Roni, what a disaster. I mean,
RHOA disaster.
disaster.
Wasn't, I mean, first of all, you have a $20 million lawsuit. I think Britt doesn't have such a bad case. I think she has a decent case. I said all season, I thought they were keeping Britt just to tell the Kenya story. I think they were going to let her go afterwards, but she obviously contacted a lawyer way back, and I don't blame her. If I were her, I would sue. It raises a lot of questions because wasn't there an investigation done by Bravo? But to let Kenya go and to keep her, I mean, so they must have looked at the picture. So is this really not her in these pictures? Because that's what she's claiming. And if so, and Bravo knew that, and this picture is not her, and now they let millions of people think that it was her. I don't know. Don't just regardless, it's not a lawsuit that they need. I think she's got a pretty good case here. But regardless, RHOA is a total flop. Yeah,
Wait a minute. Did you
Portia
know?
brought back to save the show. Total flop.
Did
Portia
you know this
flopped.
part about the Brit dick pic? Like, and maybe I forgot this, but did you know the part where Brit Eady said it's not even her in the picture? Has that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what she said. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant argument. I don't know if it's her. She wasn't there. That's her point. I think she contacted a lawyer way back. And the lawyer's like, okay, you want your 15 minutes? Go. This doesn't weaken your case. Stay with the show, film, do the press. You're obligated by you don't just go to watch what like you have to do press. Like when you work on, I mean, I get the people from The Masked Singer. They have to do press. It's in their Fox contract. So she has to do press if she's on there. And I think he's just like, do your press, do this, and here's our plan. And you can't go to the reunion because I think this was a plan all along. And that's the argument. She's like, I was physically not there. When these pictures were shown, I wasn't in the room. So for months, all I heard about was this picture. Look what I'm doing, and blah 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 blah. And she's like, I learned it's not me. So isn't
I
that
thought I thought
isn't that the definition of defamation? I mean, now you have to prove
I thought that was
damages.
brilliant.
I
Yeah.
think it's
Well,
brilliant.
can she prove damages? I don't know.
Well, doesn't look like anyone else is hiring her anytime soon. Do I think, I'm not saying do I think she's a fame whore, money hungry person? Look, I love a good lawsuit. I mean, that is what lawsuits are made of. Whether you're right or wrong isn't really the fucking point, people. If you got a lawsuit, you sue. Maybe this is why Heather McDonald says I'm very litigious. I'm a lawyer. What do you want from me? I love a good lawsuit. I don't think it's, I think it's, I mean, this has been the story out there. So now it's not you, and the whole world thinks you're sucking a dick.
I don't know. I was in shock because I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, did I not know that part of the story? That's like,
No, I don't think
no
anyone
point.
knew
That's like
that.
a brilliant twist. Wait a minute. Is it even her in that picture?
Listen to me. She says they always say, don't there's certain people in life that are just dangerous. You know what I mean? Like Brit might just be one of those. Don't underestimate
Oh,
her.
wait a minute. Wait a
And
minute.
by the way, do I think Kenya's coming back now? No. That when this lawsuit is happening, Kenya Moore cannot come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Granted, I don't think Kenya. I think they're done with Kenya. I hate to break it to everyone. I don't even think before this lawsuit they weren't going to bring Kenya back. You know what it is? Here's the thing. Like imagine like you're a businesswoman.
Wild.
You own your own business. I own my anyone out there who works in a corporation, if you own your own business and you have an employee and the employee was troublesome, like Nene or Kenya. Now, before everyone claims racism, I could go down the list of all Ramona. We could go to all the other people. So I don't want to hear the word fucking racism. I'm not in the mood. I'm just focusing on RHOA for the minute.
That's weird.
So, because I don't think
I'm not in
Nini's,
the mood.
I'm not. So keep your shit. Your attempt to cancel me is canceled. I'm canceling it. Cancel culture ended 10 years ago. Get over it. But the point is, if you're a business owner and you have a troublesome employee and they caused you problems. Like, look, you're very busy today and I'm very busy. So if you can do something in 1 minute and you can hire someone to do it in 2 minutes or someone to do it in 9 minutes, you're going to hire the person to do it in 2 minutes. So what happens is when you let someone go that was a problem and caused you just hours of your precious time, you remember that. So when you're ready to hire 10 years later, 5 years later, it's really got to be a long time later before you know what I mean? That stench of like, no, this person is high maintenance. Or people I've worked with that I've had on my staff when I ran all these things, and I'm like, this person's great, but they were also a time suck, and I never want to work with them again.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's Kenya, and that's also Nene. I don't think Nene's coming back either.
I like Nene's talk show though now. I'm beginning to like it.
Really? Because Kenya Moore has a talk show too. I don't know if you know this. Kenya has turned on the mic on YouTube, and it's not low production. It's her in the salon just talking. Kenya's like, "Oh, I'm going nowhere. I have my own talk show now." So Kenya now does confessionals and she talks. Apparently, Kenya Moore hair care might be going away. She has a little problem with her landlord. I guess he wants some money and she says he owes her money. I'm like, oh, Kenya, girl, don't
Oh,
ruin
I
this.
mean, are you talking about the current salon that she just?
Yes.
Oh,
Apparently there's a
oh
problem.
no.
And I listen, I didn't read the fine print, but I
Oh
saw
my.
the video. I think that she feels he owes her money. I don't know how that is when you're the tenant, but she's now not paying a certain amount of money. And like, girl, if you don't pay the rent, you're gonna get evicted. Now, I wasn't in the weeds, but Kenya's like, yeah, maybe one day we won't be here. Now, look, this all a ruse to like, no one's coming in the salon, like people said weeks ago, and the business is going under, and you're already laying the groundwork for why you're folding. But that is what she said in her latest talk show. So while you're enjoying
Well, what
Nene's
a
show, I've been
brilliant,
checking out Kenya's show.
what a brilliant, first of all, oh God, please don't let that happen because what a brilliant marketing strategy of doing your talk show in the salon,
Hmm.
which will bring people in. No, I actually like Nene's a lot. She had Tamar Braxton.
Yeah, and didn't they come for candy?
Fine. Tamar Braxton's hairline. Tamar Braxton. Anyway, she'll like say it all as it is. Like, what a great guest. Then she had another woman who's I think trans, and then they were arguing about the trans top the poor trans community, the trans topic. Then they were arguing about who's a real woman. It's so good.
I
It's so, I
mean,
know I don't want to. I have so many wonderful trans friends, and they go through so much. So but poor trans people right now. I mean, they really are the hottest topic. Riley Gaines and Simone Biles, and now Simone Biles has apologized to Riley Gaines. I mean, now if you come out pro-trans, they gonna come for you till you apologize. Is that wild? Now people are apologizing for being trans sympathizers. It's crazy. Simone Biles, and now
believe
Simone
it or
Biles is
not.
supporting women, in their own category of sports. She completely folded. It's it is wild. I think Nene is onto it. I think Nene is onto it.
Okay,
Love it.
you're a
I'm
fan.
here. I am loving what is happening. And I would Kenya, find a way to make that salon work, great girl. Find a way to figure out the rent and keep filming your talk show in your salon. You're gonna have a line 2 blocks
And
long.
mind you, it's not like Nini's where it's just her. It seems I think it looks great. I just think, but I think that she's probably spending less. It's not like people are around her. She's doing it after hours, but it's in, you see the salon. But I don't think Nene or Kenya are allowed or are going to be asked back to, yes, everyone's going to say, but Nene said she's at a good place with the network. I'm sure she's at a good place with the network. She hosted the carpet. She might be in a great place with the network. They might use her to host that gig again. I don't think Nene Leakes is going to be asked to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I don't think Kenya is either. Period. I'm sticking to that.
Why
Period.
do you just think that Nene would just be too expensive? I also think for these networks, we've turned a corner, right? We've turned a corner in what they're going to pay for salaries, and they're not going to pay